Have you ever found yourself in a place where you're constantly trying to prove your worth to someone? Where you're always the one making the effort, sending the first text, planning the dates, and waiting by the phone for a reply that sometimes never comes? It feels like you're auditioning for a role in their life, a role you're not even sure you want anymore, but you're too invested to walk away. This feeling, this exhausting cycle of seeking validation, is what it means to beg for love. And today, we're going to talk about why you must stop. Let us start with a simple truth. Love that you have to beg for isn't love at all. It's a transaction. You're trading your self-respect, your peace of mind, and your precious time for scraps of affection. Real, genuine connection doesn't require begging. It's a mutual exchange of energy, respect, and care. It flows naturally. When you have to plead for someone's attention, you're essentially telling them, and more importantly, telling yourself that you are not enough on your own. You're placing your value in their hands, allowing them to decide whether you're worthy of their time. This is a dangerous game to play because it chips away at your self-esteem, piece by piece. Think about it like this. Imagine you're holding a beautiful, rare gem. This gem is your heart, your energy, your love. Would you chase after someone, trying to force them to take it? Would you plead with them to see its value? Of course not. You'd understand its worth. You'd protect it. You'd wait for someone who sees its brilliance without you having to point it out. Someone who handles it with the care and reverence it deserves. You are that gem. Your love is that precious. Don't discount it by offering it to people who are unwilling or unable to appreciate it. The act of begging for love often stems from a deep-seated fear of being alone. We convince ourselves that having someone, anyone, is better than having no one. But this is a profound misunderstanding of solitude. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Solitude can be a powerful, beautiful space for self-discovery and growth. It's in those quiet moments by yourself that you can truly get to know who you are, what you want, and what you will not stand for. When you're constantly chasing someone else, you're running away from the most important relationship you'll ever have, the one with yourself. Embrace solitude. Learn to enjoy your own company. Take yourself out on dates. Pursue your hobbies. And build a life that you love, independent of anyone else. When you do that, you'll find that you no longer feel the desperate need for someone to complete you, because you're already whole. Let's talk about the dynamics of power. When you beg, you immediately place yourself in a position of weakness. You're signaling to the other person that they have all the control. This creates an unhealthy and unsustainable imbalance. Relationships should be partnerships, not a hierarchy where one person holds all the power and the other is left feeling powerless. True partners lift each other up. They meet in the middle. They communicate. They don't make you feel like you have to perform tricks to earn their affection. If you find yourself constantly feeling anxious, insecure, and desperate in a relationship, it's a giant red flag. A healthy connection should bring you peace, not constant turmoil. So, how do you break the cycle? How do you stop begging and start valuing yourself? It begins with a conscious decision. You have to decide that you are done with one-sided relationships. You have to choose yourself. This isn't easy, especially if you've been in this pattern for a long time. The first step is to recognize the behavior. Acknowledge when you're doing it. Are you double texting after being ignored? Are you making excuses for their bad behavior? Are you sacrificing your own needs and wants just to keep them around? Once you see it, you can start to change it. The next step is to set boundaries. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are guidelines to teach people how to treat you. A boundary might be saying, I will not continuously reach out to someone who doesn't make an effort to reach out to me. Or, I will not accept last-minute plans as the only way to see someone. State your boundaries clearly, not as an ultimatum, but as a statement of your own self-respect. And here's the crucial part. You have to enforce them. If someone crosses your boundary, there must be a consequence. That consequence might be taking a step back, communicating your feelings, or in some cases, walking away entirely. Walking away is not a sign of failure. It's a profound act of self-love. It's you saying, I value myself too much to accept this treatment. Let me tell you a short story. There was a gardener who had a single, struggling rose bush. Every day, she would beg it to bloom. She'd talk to it, plead with it, and focus all her energy on this one plant, ignoring the rest of her garden. The rose bush, however, remained frail. One day, a wise neighbor saw her and said, "Instead of begging one plant to grow, why don't you tend to the soil of your entire garden?" The gardener took the advice. She started enriching the soil, watering all her plants, and giving her attention to the whole garden. Soon, not only did other beautiful flowers begin to sprout and thrive, but the original rose bush, now in healthier soil and a better environment, began to grow stronger on its own. You are the gardener, and your life is the garden. The person you're begging is that one struggling plant. By focusing all your energy on them, you are neglecting the rest of your beautiful life, your friendships, your career, your passions, your well-being. Shift your focus. Tend to your own soil. Invest in yourself. Go to the gym, read that book, start that project, reconnect with old friends. Create a life so full, so vibrant, and so joyful that the presence or absence of one person doesn't have the power to derail you. When you do this, you become magnetic. People are drawn to those who are happy, confident, and complete on their own. The right person will be drawn to your beautiful garden. They will want to be a part of it, not because you beg them, but because they see its value. Remember, your worth is not negotiable. It is inherent. You were born worthy of love, respect, and kindness. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove it. You simply have to own it. The moment you stop seeking validation from the outside is the moment you find it from within. And that, my friends, is true power. That is true self-respect. So, put down the phone. Stop checking to see if they've seen your message. Take a deep breath and go tend to your garden. Choose yourself today and every day. You deserve a love that doesn't require you to beg. You deserve a love that meets you where you are and celebrates you for who you are. Don't ever settle for anything less. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message resonated with you, please consider subscribing for more tales and talks about living a life full of self-respect and empowerment. Know your value, always.